Hi, I'm Felix Scoville, and this is my introductory video. So, my major is nursing. I'm currently doing pre-nursing here at ICC, and then in the fall, I will be going to OSF. My major life goals are to just get through nursing school. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do it. I've got a ton of hobbies, including digital art, traditional art, singing, video games, sewing, crocheting, not knitting. I don't like knitting. And yeah, that's about all of them. One unique talent that I have is I can solve Rubik's Cubes. And when I say Rubik's Cubes, I don't just mean, any given Rubik's Cube. I know how to solve a 3x3, a 4x4, a 5x5, and a 7x7. I can't solve a 2x2. Those things are weirdly difficult. Like, you think it's easy because it's just four, 8 squares stacked on top of each other. It's way more difficult. One pet peeve I have is when I ask somebody to repeat what they said and they only repeat the last word. My mom is incredibly guilty of this, and she really should know better because we both have the same problems understanding people. So you'd think that she, figure that out and repeat the whole sentence instead of just the last word. Like, no, please repeat the entire sentence if I ask you to. One goal that I have for this class is to learn something new. I'd say that I'm already pretty good at communication, but I'm a very open person. I'm open to learning new things, and hopefully through this class I will be able to do so. 5 words people typically use to describe me is intelligent, kind, goofy, oblivious, and funny. And my favorite memory, I've got a lot of good memories and a lot of bad ones, such as life. But one memory that I'm very fond of is when I was studying abroad in Spain for my first semester, my friends and I decided to go to flamenco dancing. But the club wasn't open yet, so we decided to go to a nearby cat cafe. Most of the cats, they didn't want to be near us. They didn't want us to pet them. One of them even bit me, which was pretty rude. But there was this one cat, and I nicknamed her Scrumpy, and she was just the sweetest cat. Like, she was so sweet. But first, I gotta tell you why I called her Scrumpy. So the rest of the cats, they were, they're just cats. They look like how you'd expect cats to look. But Scrumpy was different. Her tail was broken. She was emaciated. She was so skinny. You could tell she had been a stray for a long time. That she had recently been to the vet because she had a shave mark on her arm where they had clearly inserted an IV, and she just looked like bedraggled is the best word that I could use to describe her, but instead I chose to describe her as Scrumpy. Well, like I said, most of the other cats, they didn't want anything to do with us, except for Scrumpy. She came in about a couple minutes after we had gotten there. She came over to me, and she decided that, I'm her favorite person now. She didn't look at my friends. She just came straight to me, and she sat in my lap. She let me pet her. She let me pick her up. She was just the sweetest thing. By the time we left, I was, like, almost in tears. She was just the sweetest cat. I legitimately miss her, and I wish that I had been able to take her home, but of course I was studying abroad in a different country. That just wasn't going to be possible. That's that's all.